there, everybody, and welcome to Speed Gaming as we present to you this edition of the Zelda 1 Randomizer Tournament, aka let's teach Redbird Grad the flags of this tournament.
We're going to start there?
Yeah.
All right. Deal.
So, I am joined by Redbird Grad, who is, by the way, a member of this tournament. And Redbird Grad has fantastically worked his way into the quarterfinals of this tournament.
I have. And you know what, though? No matter what I've done and everything like that, the two people we have in front of us, I can thank them for actually bringing me into Z1. So this is a fantastic race for me to watch and call because RandomEffekt and JSR were two of the people that were in my channel first, teaching me how to stab things. And it was so awesome.
Yes, indeed. So therefore, on your left, we have RandomEffekt, and on your right, we have JSR, two long-term members of this community. And JSR did a lot of things to help get Zelda on the stage at GDQ. Not necessarily Zelda 1 Randomizer. He was there on the couch for that run between Fred and Jam, but he was there as we're underway in this race, there to put that trilogy together at AGDQ 2020. RandomEffekt has been a long-term member of this community as well.
Absolutely. You see a little divergence here. You see JSR going for the double Armos play right away. RandomEffekt going towards the vanilla start location because there's a lot of open caves there. And now you see RandomEffekt doing the up A and doing the same thing that JSR is. They're trying to get this Armos item as fast as they can, Rick.
And what does this Armos tell you?
So the Armos item is going to basically give you something in the overworld that's going to help you hopefully do anything. It's going to be an overworld check. It's going to be a weapon. It's going to be something that's going to allow you to progress a little further.
And it's also maybe tell you a little bit about where your wood sword could potentially be.
Absolutely. Yeah, because the Armos item, if it's a red candle or something like that, that wood sword could be behind a burn bush.
Yes, indeed. We've seen that happen many times, but this time around, it's defense. It's a red ring.
Yeah, you see exactly why they're prioritizing that. RandomEffekt has the candle and now got a bomb drop, so that's good. He's going to get a couple checks here. JSR finding the red ring and then the wood sword directly to the south of that, so the goods were just west of Vanilla 4.
All right, so the door repair charge is going to be 18 rupees as RandomEffekt went from 40 down to 22. Small secret is vanilla, and it looks like medium secret is vanilla too.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see some arrows here too. RandomEffekt found them in the grave. Kind of a bad place for them. Hopefully there's another arrow shop later, but I like RandomEffekt going and checking these two spots over here because they're very tough to route back in later. The grave section is one of the hardest spots to route in the game.
Yeah, and if as your wood sword, you're getting it a little bit later on, little does RandomEffekt know that the wood sword turned out to be along the lake this time around. So we've been running the same flags throughout this entire tournament here, so there's really no surprise on what we're going to do unless you're Redbird Grad.
Come on, man. All right, that's it. We're done. Mercy. I tap out.
But I mean, there's definitely a lot of things about this that can actually trick all of these runners that are in this mode at this stage, as we do see the magical sword over at the level 3 spot. And, you know, we have the tease on Redbird Grad, but that's because he's one of the most humble people in this community.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much.
And the fact that he's put together some tutorials to help vanilla speedrunners learn how to do some of the rules, some of the rooms. I definitely can help him or thank him for all the things he's done to help me out with those Blue Lagoon rooms.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'm just passing on information that people have given me, too. So this is one of the best communities in the entire NES world, just because we all pass it forward. Everything that I've done has been taught to me, mostly, Rick, by these two guys right here in front of you, by RandomEffekt and JSR.
Yes, getting back to these two right here, we find level 7 over at the southwest corner. Good find there for JSR, at least to know that it's there. And RandomEffekt finding another nice find, level 1, over near the coast. 124 for the large secret.
Level 1 is absolutely great. And absolutely great. Speaking of that, 124 is fantastic because you're going to buy a lot of things, man. I love buying an early key in these flags. I love picking up arrows right away because you're going to find that bow pretty quick usually because you're digging a lot in these flags. So usually you come away with a lot of items here.
And I do want to point out, since we do know that the red ring is our Armos item, now RandomEffekt doesn't know that, but JSR does, you might be spending those rupees on those things a little more likely, like the keys and the arrows that you're speaking of.
Absolutely. A key of 93. I mean, it's higher than you want to see it, but it's definitely with the money that they're going to have in this seed. I would imagine, unless we find the almighty key anytime soon, they'll both be picking up keys this seed.
Oh, we'll see how many they end up buying. Maybe we'll find the Indie Key as one of our next items. As RandomEffekt still trying to figure out what this wood sword is. Might be a little while before RandomEffekt is able to get this wood sword, which is unfortunate considering the fact that RandomEffekt did see that level 1.
Yeah, he really wants to find that sword and dive right back into it. I imagine he's going to up A here pretty quick. What he's doing right now is he's working a global count because he wants some more bombs before he moves on. So he's spending a little time on the screen because he's got a blue Octorok that's going to be pretty easy to kill.
Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately, the red is the one that rolled last, so he's not going to get these bombs he worked for.
Yeah, so nonetheless, what you saw RandomEffekt do is he got that fairy at the 4 position, which in that group means fairies at the 4, and then the global counter means you got one more kill, and then you can try to kill the blue Octorok for the bombs at 6. Level 3 found, and it's got our friendly Wizrobes.
Yeah, he's looking for an open stair there in level 3. Level 3 is usually pretty small, so he's going to do probably the Rick 6 here. He sees a reverse C with some Pulse Voice, one of the only enemies that he can't battle right now, so maybe there's a Triforce here on the ground. He's not going to spend a key there. I don't blame him at all.
Yeah, especially since he doesn't have anything to do combat at this stage. You already saw Pole's Voice in 1. You've seen Pole's Voices in 3. You might be thinking about that arrow if you're able to get the big secret. Now, which way do I go now? We get ourselves up towards the Lost Hills. Over towards the... Oh, now we know we don't need the recorder. At least to find a level. And one of the raft spots is taken away as well.
Yeah, so Power Bracelet most likely is 80% to block what they need here. So once they find a Power Bracelet, I mean, they're going to be really digging through. We're going back to the overworld and using it to see if they've unlocked that, because it could put them in Go mode a little earlier.
RandomEffekt getting that 6 on the Moblin. Moblin's rolling low is a nice find, because those things they often come up like, oh, wow, 5 hits to kill them.
Yeah, absolutely. Having them roll low like that when you only have a blue candle on you is very helpful. The worst thing in this seed, Rick, for RandomEffekt right now is that he got the candle early, because I think if he didn't, he would have prioritized some of those open checks and the west part of level 4. That's just his normal routing. But because he had the candle, he didn't mind going to the forest like this, and he's spending a little time looking for the sword.
Yeah, but he's going to get information right now, and that is going to be what is our item on the coast. That's another key information that you'd like to find out. It is the raft, which he knows can only lead to one spot on this game because of the fact that we already saw one of the Take Any roads on the Lake Hylia raft spot.
We both know the raft is going to be important, and the only way they're going to get through this seed is this raft location up here. It's going to be their level 7, guaranteed.
We already found level 7.
Level 8.
Thank you.
Call an audible there real quick.
I know you have a thing with level 7 too, my friend, but we've already seen it by way of JSR. It's in the southwest corner.
All right, deal. I'm wondering if RandomEffekt is going to go. He's going to go to the northeast now that he's got a bomb. So again, the good thing is he's getting resources. The bad thing is these resources are taking him away from the sword. But all these checks JSR has to do anyway, so this is not lost time at all.
Yeah. What RandomEffekt is doing is that, yeah, he's not getting the wood sword, but he's getting information. He's finding out where levels are. Like, for instance, he found out where level 1 is, level 3 is. He's finding out what's over here in the northeast corner, which has been creatively known as Casino Corner in the community at this point in time. And now he's found another level, level 2. Maybe he might do another Rick 6 here to find out if there's a standing room or a standing item on the floor that's freely available.
Yeah, I like it. He's diving in, and he wants to keep his bomb supply high. He wants to find keys. This is a room that he can easily clear. It is a drop room, so he killed 2 gels right there. He's going to come back in and kill the other one and see if this drops something. This is it's a high priority room for him because it usually drops in 2.
And it does. It does turns out to be a key, which keys are a very valuable resource in this game, especially with these flags.
Oh, absolutely. Especially like right now. So he knows where level 1 is, right? If you walk into level 1 with now 3 keys, you're pretty much guaranteed, unless you see a ladder block, that you're going to be able to get all the way through it. He's got bombs, 3 keys. He's going to be good to go.
I would say yes, but there's been those instances where level 1 is so linear that you're not guaranteed to get through there, but I know exactly what you're saying.
I think he's going to feed this Dodongo too. It's going to cost him 2 bombs here. His bomb supply has been pretty good, and like you said, he had the gorillas on the overworld that were just handing him bombs. So let's see. He's got a 5er here. I bet he goes back and feeds those because, again, that's a drop room in 2.
JSR finding out that there's level 6 along the coast on the south side.
Has a key decision here. Oh, those guys rolled up. He might just bounce here and come back to 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So his priority... Go ahead, sorry, Rick.
I was going to say, so it's unfortunate the fact that he's going to have to come back to these levels, but it's not like he's spending like 5 minutes inside of these dungeons to now have to come back. He's only like spending maybe a minute and a half.
Yeah, and every room he saw there, he cleared except for the ones that were dead ends for him. So when he goes back in, he knows until he gets stopped by the level, he doesn't have to go back through those same rooms.
JSR making his way over here towards the northeast corner as well. And if I'm RandomEffekt right now, I'm thinking he's going to go ahead and do this entire north stop at the top of the lake. Or the top of the waterfall, that is.
JSR picking up an important bomb drop there, too, because he's going to keep going north.
Yeah, he had 0 bombs at that point, and he gambles and loses.
$46, too. That's a big loss. I don't know how much he started with, but he lost it all.
He didn't have 46 at that point in time, but now he's got less than the 10 that he needed in order to buy the chance to win.
Now he's got 0, yeah. JSR not even going to take the anti-roads. He's like, nope, I want to be here. Level 3 over the East Armos.
The one thing I do hope for RandomEffekt is that he does wind up finding out about that red ring before he has the rupees to buy a blue ring.
Oh, yeah, for sure, definitely. You get a high money seed like this, and you sometimes you just want to throw that money in a blue ring because you know you're gonna get money later in the seed. Getting that red ring early is really good.
This one's a little dicey, but he's gonna get through there. Thankfully, there isn't the full screen of blue Lambolas. We do find out the power bracelet at the white sword spot is our white sword item.
Yeah, what was that? I didn't even see it.
Power bracelet.
Power bracelet. Okay, good deal. So power bracelet there. We've got the raft on the coast. So they have the information on where the overworld blocked stuff is going to be, the items. They don't have to dig dungeons for them, which is really, really nice.
Level 3 is a segmented level as JSR killed off those Pole's voice in that reverse sea room to find that it is a staircase to another side of this level 3.
Yeah, it's just a couple pretty hefty sections too, because and this is not going to be the
room. And it's Lionel's, Pole's voice, and Wiz Robes. Oh my!
He didn't even see that Wiz Robe either because he just took a shot to the face there. Now he does have red ring, but those things are still going to pack a punch. Sitting on 1 heart right now, he may just reload the room.
Oh, those nice potion prices.
Yeah, those things take so long to kill with a wood sword that I like that movement by JSR.
You saw those potion prices, right?
I did not.
49 and 50.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, $50 potion with this much money in the seed? Absolutely.
All right, RandomEffekting himself forward towards the coast. He will get that red ring. He will get the information about the wood sword. And JSR getting information that there's a ladder block here in this level 3.
Yeah, hopefully we don't need the east side of this segment. He's gonna be able to get around the bottom of this. Let's see where he's trying to find his item right now. He can bomb right, maybe. He doesn't want to bomb up. He knows he can bomb that way.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's going to put him into that Chevy room. And here's the red ring for RandomEffekt.
I liked the bomb to the right there because he knew there was still stuff to the right. There was a door there to the right of that Chevy, so he knew there was stuff over there, but... Okay, Manhandler did not roll up.
Yeah, isn't that the most annoying thing?
That's the worst. Not as bad as P-Hats in Dungeons, Rick.
Oh my goodness. We'll go back in that treasure trove of, what was it, 2018?
Oh man, it was fun. It was always a great debate, too. Always a great debate.
Sit there and wait for 10 seconds for that P-Hat to go stop flying down. And yeah, I'm having so much fun!
JSR probably in the Triforce room here, if I had to guess. It's either going to be Triforce or Map. Map's probably on the east side, though, honestly. Yeah,
it's the compass.
Good deal. Okay.
So, yep, the Triforce is on this wing of level 3. And that is exactly where RandomEffekt is now as well.
You think the items to the north here is on the eastern section? I don't think we'd explored all the eastern section.
I don't think so either, because I think JSR just did this room and just took the staircase and didn't worry about what was to the north of this.
Yeah, there's really no reason to clear this except for unless he wants another key, just resource-wise, because there's nothing that can drop here that he wants unless it's the map either. Yeah, I think the map's on the east side, so that room, because he knew where the Triforce was and it's not the item room, there's no reason to clear these two unless he just wants another key drop. I bet the map's on the east, because levels 1, 2, and 3 are supposed to give you a pretty free map. So I bet it's on the eastern side. Ooh, doggy.
Yeah, but at least this is a free Triforce as opposed to kill the Patrick, get a triangle.
That's right. RandomEffekt is on the west side as well, so we'll see if JSR comes back to the right side, or if he thinks that past that... No, he's going to try the right side now. He's on 0 keys too, so at a level like this is going to hopefully net him a key or two before he bounces out of it.
In that case, he's got to hope that this Pole's Voice room to the north is going to have that key, because otherwise he's key door shot. Although he can Kananaki.
Yeah, you can Kananaki this one. And actually, Pole's Voice play pretty nice for a Kananaki because the movement is not erratic. It's very stagnant. He knows what they're going to do. So it's easy to control the Pole's Voice here. He wanted beams to do this, but he'll be able to still do it. It just might take a while. Yeah, go get that heart. I mean, he really wants beams to do the Kananaki.
I think he'd like to at least keep an idea of where he is as far as how many hits he's gotten on these Pole's Voice. He's not there yet, trying to get himself set up.
Yeah,
how many more hits does this take?
Just gotta be patient. It's probably 3 or 4 more hits. He didn't do too much damage to this guy yet. He's not gonna play nice. He needs some meat, man. Here it comes. Yeah, there's a couple more hits here, so this is gonna take a little bit for JSR to do this. Slamu, I see you, man.
There we go.
There's the map. Oh no!
All right. Well, we know there's no other room to the north of that. There is one room to the east of that Chevy room ladder block. So the question mark becomes: is that our item?
Well, the good news is it has to be the item. That's the only room that he wasn't able to clear. But the good news is it's not the ladder. And the ladder takes him to the power brace, or to the recorders, or the raft, I'm sorry. So we know that's not ladder if we go searching for ladder later. He can mark that down on a piece of paper that cannot be the ladder.
Redbird Grad, if that turns out to be the ladder in level 3, and it's beyond that Chevy room, we're rating Fred's stream right now and asking Fred, what the heck?
Want our money back. So I'm very curious to see RandomEffekt. Did he go in that level 1 yet? I don't think he did. I want to see when he goes back to that.
Yeah, he did not go back in since getting this wood sword. I think it's going to be part of this route here, because he also knows level 2 is in this district as well.
Absolutely.
And of course, I'm also knowing that the power bracelet is the white sword item. He would love to have one more heart, so that way he can guarantee the pickup of it.
Bombs are 17 there and kind of in a good location because remember they started just a few screens to the west there. So if they need bombs later, they can always up A and grab the bombs. There is level 1 for JSR.
Yeah, and we'll see JSR probably explore this a little bit, considering the fact that he does have the wood sword going in.
Unfortunately, he's a key block right here, but this could be an item room. It could also drop a key in the middle too, so we'll see.
Or it could be just a transport staircase in a level 1 that's segmented.
Yeah, well, the worst thing it's going to be for him right here is the map. It's not anything. Oh, no.
It's zippity-doo-dah.
Yeah, so let's see what is north here. Okay, another possibility. Another Kananaki opportunity, too, with the same enemy set.
Mm-hmm.
So keep those beams, JSR. RandomEffekt, I think, is going to be just marching towards this level 1. He is coming in with 0 keys as well.
So he will have the same situation here as JSR did going into this level 1. As JSR tries to pick off these Pole's Voices, and Kananakeys have become a very, very precious commodity in these tournament races.
Well, he's going to level 2 first. I think he knows that 1 was key block, because remember he went in there and he saw a little bit of it. So I think he's going to go into 2 looking for a key first.
And also has more of this level 2 scouted out than he did level 1. Good Kananaki there from JSR. There's a key drop as well. We found a map as well. There's the Triforce in 2 behind that Dodongo.
Yeah, those waffle rooms like that are pretty much going to guarantee to drop in 2, so you want to high prioritize clear those. He went straight back there and got that Triforce out of it.
Name that ink blot.
Level 1. Looks like a little small roaring lion with his head back, looking up to the right.
That's deep.
I know. I'm a deep guy, man.
You sure are.
Oh, frog. Yeah, frog is a way better answer than what I just gave you.
Yeah, that's only one word as opposed to the 7 I think you gave me.
I'm like giving you this big, long National Geographic explanation, and that's like, it's a frog.
It's like that movie moment there where the person's telling you what the clouds look like.
Yeah.
There's the Triforce in 1.
Oh, shoot. More Pole's voice. You always see these Pole's voice rooms when you don't have the bow and arrow. And then as soon as you get the bow and arrow, you see a bunch of wizards.
I know, right? Like, they'll become extinct once we get to level 7, because by then we'll have the wood arrows.
Yeah, exactly. JSR doing really good. His damage per second right now is just really, really good. Always making contact with one of them. You don't see a lot of pausing. So, I mean, he's going through them as quickly as he can.
One of my most memorable moments of your commentary back in the 2019 tournament was talking about DPS. I have no idea about this level 2.
Man, that level 2 is like a...
That level 2 is a nightmare.
I don't even know. It's almost like a Hangman's Noose. When you play that old game Hangman?
Yeah.
That's what I see it as.
That's what other people are saying as well. Other people are saying millipede.
Millipede, Seahorse, I like all those. But like when I was playing with my 5 and 6 year old, like they play Hangman, and they kind of start drawing it, and they draw it a little crooked because they're not sure what they're. That's exactly what that is.
Yeah, you're right.
Another key. Okay, so the keys are actually good for random right now. Sorry, Jess.
No, you're not.
I'm not.
JSR still has not found anything in this level 1 yet. Though this is a possibility. With another 64,000 Pole's voices.
Yeah, and they didn't roll anywhere. I think they're exactly their normal HP. They may have rolled down 1 because that one kind of went down a little fast. But yeah, JSR's really doing good work here. And a lot of people have the mistake of they'll like go on to 1 and they'll just try to follow it all the way through the room. Just go with whatever is in front of you. Like, don't move Link much. Let them come into you, and you'll do a lot more damage.
I think some of you get... I think it might be a little bit of intimidation, especially when you don't have the red ring. So where they do 2 hearts damage to you, you're like, oh gosh, and all of a sudden they hop on top of you and you're dead.
Yep. Always remember you can swing at one and you have enough time to walk through it. So sometimes the best way to kill Pole's voice are actually going through them.
All right, Pole's voice room number 72.
Yeah, right. I guarantee this is going to drop the bow after they need it, and they're never going to see another Pole's voice after 1. Room that they need to clear. Oh my god, it's E. Where is he not gone to? The northeast section? A boomerang was on the floor in 1. Okay.
All right, well, that's part of the puzzle.
That helps.
Also, our runners being frozen doesn't help.
So what you have to do, chat, right now is you have to imagine really hard that bow is in 1. It may or may not be right now. Schrodinger's number level 1. I mean, you can blame me for it. Just everybody else is blaming me this week for everything. Blame Rick. Blame Tej. Yeah, we'll blame Tej because I'm playing him next.
How do you feel about your upcoming quarterfinal match?
With Tej, he's a monster right now. Like there's a lot of people in here I don't want to face. You know, Slamu was one of them last round. Both of these guys I would hate to face them. Rick, again, at best out of 3 with you would just be a complete toss-up between us. But there's something about Tej right now, and you know it too. He's just absolutely on fire.
So, yeah. Quarterfinals coming up real soon. Should be fun.
They are. Should be fun.
I
see the PowerPoint presentation you brought to us. We had a Triforce on that side. We have stairs here now on this side. Let's see what we got from JSR.
Well, he's in the room that's got the item in it.
Okay, so he had to have gone down. Maybe that was so fast. It's probably the blue boomerang. I don't think he picked up whatever he got. Count his hearts. He has another heart maybe too. Maybe it was the heart.
Could be.
Schedule for Memorial Day weekend. I could do that. It was Heart in the Stair. Thanks, there, Wolf. I figured when I looked up and he had one more.
Now that we're back, RandomEffekt has picked up the Power Bracelet and has found level 8 over here, next to the Fairy Fountain.
Nice. So that doesn't really tell him anything yet, unless he's found and seen all the other levels, which I don't think he has. We haven't seen 5, we haven't seen 4, stuff like that. So
yeah,
it'll tell him if he sees those that we're done digging.
Okay, it's a segmented 8.
My gosh, that's just a wider Hangman's noose.
Hey, more Pulse Boys!
We really need this bow, Rick.
Hey, a ladder block with more Pulse Boys.
Yeah, you can't go south there. There's a good chunk of this level's to the north, but not going south there. He's like, man, this is kind of a bummer. Yeah, he's gonna truck west and north, I think, before he dips.
Hey, Redbird Grad, what do you think this 8 is?
I don't know. You tell me.
It's a power drill.
It is I can see that. And somebody dropped the bit. You know how your bit always falls off when you're trying to screw something in? That's the bit that fell off.
Oh, goodness. So, Chad, you're asking about people who rolled this seed. This seed was brought to you by our friend Redbird Grad.
It sure was. Man, you know why this room's annoying?
Because A, Pulse Voice, B, keys, C, bubbles.
The bubbles are the biggest one, man. Everything else is fine. Like, they're like, okay, whatever. But those Pulse Voice, they rolled to the top 2 spots. So it wasn't the keys. He couldn't reset the room like he tried. Now he's going to get 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, and he's going to get bopped here in a minute. Oh my god, he's doing a lot of damage there.
Where is he avoiding that bubble?
I'm going to keep talking so he doesn't get bumped.
Well, there he goes.
Oh, man. I mean, really doing work here, too. And the nice thing is right now, so what RandomEffekt did there, and you didn't see it, but I'll tell you what he was doing. He was staying on the Pulse Voice. So if a bubble came around, he was going to run into the Pulse Voice and not the bubble, so he kept his sword. So that's why you saw him sitting on that Pulse Voice, waiting to make that kill.
And by the way, the Pulse Voice are in the communal group.
Oh, nice.
So that's the reason why we're seeing so many Pulse Voice, because they're in the Darknut group that we're seeing here in 8. They're also in the Wizrobe group.
Wow, great. They're going to be around all seed long, ladies and gents. Oh, those rolled down too. That's nice.
Hey, we found Zelda's room with a Dig Dogger.
Well, that just means he can't get to the northeast part of this section like he wanted to without that ladder. Don't spin the key, spin the bomb. Yep.
Well, that's you giving RandomEffekt your support.
Absolutely. He's sitting on 1 key. He doesn't know where he wants to. He's going to use it right here. Well, he's going to try to, push block first. So what you see him doing is he does not want to spin this key until the seed absolutely makes him do it. This could be a Triforce room, but he's really wanting to find an item in here, which could be right here.
Yep, this is a little more of a friendlier room.
Mm-hmm. Just 2 bubbles. Woo! Lucky that my frames last as long as it did. He is on half a heart right now. He's got to be careful, which is actually 2 full hearts with the red ring.
Yeah, he's got 1 more hit to give against these red dark nuts, but he doesn't really want to give up that hit.
Wow.
And there's that, and
oh my god.
Nada!
Yikes. Always feels like those 2 block rooms are going to give you something, and they're just, what is it, like 60% to drop something? So, I mean, there's a good amount of times that it does not drop anything. These guys are scary. These Aquaminus are like the easiest level boss of all time, but when you're on half a heart or 1 heart, you do not want to approach them because they can just throw fireballs whenever.
I disagree.
You disagree?
Yeah. The Ruby boss is the easiest boss.
Oh, come on. Yeah, okay.
You had to give me that one.
I do. I'll give you that one for sure.
It's always nice when the souls go roll down to 1 HP.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. When they're not splitting, that's the best case scenario for you.
Recorder at 2!
Ooh, I like it. Okay.
In that locked room that RandomEffekt never got to in the very bottom.
Yeah, man. Resources sometimes. Now, Recorder, I think, is just going to be a quality of life item because we know Recorder Lake was... sorry, go ahead.
It was a take it. I was going to say exactly the same thing you're saying.
So it's going to help him do overworld movement and kill dig doggers in dungeons. So if there's a block like that, that's going to be good for him, but that's about it.
Pull voice room number 89.
Yeah, we're going to see a Kananaki here from RandomEffekt, and he's going to try to kill these guys from right to left so that the left one is the one left at the very end, so he can get this Kananaki done easier. He wishes he had Beam Sword, but because of how these guys jump, it's really easy for them to get stuck on a vertical column like this. Oh, unfortunately. Oh, he got it stuck in the wrong spot. That's all right. He'll be able to go south.
Yes, he will be. Unfortunately, he won't be able to Kananaki those two, but we do see ourselves a staircase. And more bombs for RandomEffekt when he comes out of the staircase. It is a transport staircase. We don't know if it's going to take us to that segmented section or to another section of this drill.
Yeah, the odds were not in his favor. There's four sets of four transport staircases and 2 items there, so he's 66% for that to be a transport. Unfortunately, the odds were not in his favor there.
Looks like RandomEffekt's going to be trying to do. Well, I don't know if he's going to try to do a Kananaki here, or just he wants to get it back to that staircase. Either way, he's going to have to kill this thing.
Yeah, he wants to go back west. He's definitely not going to try to Kananaki that. There's almost no way.
You say there's almost no way, but some crazy person will find a way to do so.
I mean, you would have to... I don't even know from there. Have the candle laid down as you make the last hit, bounce off the candle. Like, I'm trying to think of any way to do it.
Somebody will be crazy enough to figure out a way to do it.
That's right. Saber will do it blindfolded. That's what we...
I know! No. This is unfortunate.
Yeah, because now he wants to check that right room, too, and to do that, he's got to go all the way back to that stair. He says no.
Mm-hmm. JSR checking the... grave push block, turns out to be nothing. And RandomEffekt very well may have done that on his pass through, but we didn't get to see it because of frame drops number 83.
And Thurwolf made a good call in chat. He did have a potion, RandomEffekt does, and sitting on a red ring, he's probably only going to have to use one the entire seed the rest of the way. So it might have been worth using one of his potions just to get beams to clear that to be able to go back and check the other room. There's not many rooms left in that 8 that Random didn't see, so he's got a high probability of finding one of those item rooms pretty fast.
JSR joining RandomEffekt in this level 8. We also find level 4 on the southeast of the pond.
Yeah, level 4 is a good find for Random because it's a smaller dungeon. He should come out of here with a couple keys, hopefully. And he needs some items right now.
We already found our heart container on the floor, and JSR getting the map and finding out all the great things that is this level 8.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see. We got 3 keys on JSR's side. Again, we don't have a ladder yet or anything like that, so he's going to have the same type of blocks that RandomEffekt did, but we'll see if maybe his key usage or his decision is going to see us a couple more rooms that Random didn't get a chance to. This is the same thing. You want to stay as close to these Pulse Voice as possible. Oh, clock is great. Just because if those bubbles come around, you can just hit the Pulse Voice and keep your sword. Alright, this 4, RandomEffekt is going to try and reset these enemies in here to try to get this to roll down off of a dark net, which it does.
And he gets the map as a result, and the only thing that comes to mind for level 4 is a bike helmet.
Oh no, in a possible item room right now, I can see a bicycle helmet. Possible item room right now, but it's a Patra. You got Red Ring, it's an annoying enemy because it takes a while. Your room clear times go way higher when you have enemies like this.
Those DPSs that you were talking about earlier, and also the room clear times, 2 underrated statistics that you don't ever think about unless you're in a very, very top level or high level of this.
Yeah, even like if you take just 3 seconds longer than somebody else clearing rooms, average inside of a level, and it's a 20-room level, that's a full minute. And people don't think about that a lot, but that's something that you definitely need to be considering. And as you're getting better in Z1R, you need to think about, okay, how fast am I clearing these now? Not just can I get through them, do I understand the seed? How fast am I clearing rooms?
Mm-hmm. Speaking of clearing rooms, did you see what room was the Triforce room?
Which one was it? Oh, no.
6 blue Darknet room.
It was yeah. I mean, Random's going to have no problem with it just because Random's a beast, but that's not the room you wanted to see as the Triforce room.
Mm-hmm. Although you'd like to see that room versus the Goma.
Absolutely, 100%. You don't want an item blocked. Man, you got to go all the way back around that 4.
Oh.
There's a key. Okay, that's good. He might even spin the key to check this. Usually Random doesn't do it. He's very resource tight. Like, he loves to hold on to keys when he can. So he doesn't mind walking 5 rooms again if it means he can keep a key.
And then, as you can see, he decided to do just that. Hold on to the key, not spend it on a single room. Now watch that be where the item is.
Yeah, very well could be.
Because we've already seen that come to play with that one room he didn't want to check at the south end of level 2.
Absolutely.
Oh!
Man, that might be it. No, here we go. Thank God.
Bailed out.
Remember those double... check that out.
Oh! Look where JSR is. That room to the left of the Pole's voice. It's another transport.
Yeah, but if it takes him to that 2-room pocket...
It's going to.
Yep, and it's going to take him there. He's going to spin a key. I bet he does. You don't want to do this again. You just don't want to do it again, and it's going to be another... Oh, no! Oh, man. That stinks.
Ouch. And we knew that was going to take him over to the segmented section because we did see RandomEffekt getting to the other section of level 8 and that one other transport. I was almost thinking that was going to be one of our items, but it turns out not to be.
I was thinking the exact same thing. So all that did was that wasted a couple keys on JSR's side. He's now sitting on 0 keys, and you see RandomEffekt trying to pick off these, like he's trying to single the one out of the pack, like the weak one from the herd, to try to kill it. And the reason being is because these guys, even though they're tough to kill, they are in the heart dropping group, and they can give you fairies. So I mean, he can easily get 12 hearts because he's on that red ring from one of these enemies.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that you see many runners not realize is that you should probably try to focus your efforts on one particular dark nut as opposed to getting a damage on one, then damage onto the other, and damage onto another, because you can wind up just making your room even more tougher because there's more enemies in the room.
Yeah, and as you start clearing them 1, 2, 3 out of a room, you have more room for Link to maneuver too. So you're giving yourself more defensive capability.
So RandomEffekting the Triforce out of level 4, Triforces out of 2, 3, and 4, JSR, Triforces out of 1, 2, and 3 so far.
I don't think RandomEffekt got to this south part in 8, so I'm really interested to see what's down here.
I want to say no.
Yeah, I don't think so either. We know they both can't go down to the southeast part unless they get to a transport that can take them down there.
Which is not going to be one.
A ladder block, yeah. So I already saw this could be an item right here. Oh, it's not.
Because we already saw what turned out to be. Oh, that top right corner is the Triforce. That's unfortunate for RandomEffekt because you remember he got locked into a Chevy room with the choice to go left or right.
And he didn't have beams, and he had Zals that are on the Zal babies on the left side, and he just couldn't kill them. Man, that's
By the way, that southeast corner.
Yeah, JSR's going to get there because there was an alternate route to get... I'm not sure how he did it, but he got south of this river room here, so he's going to see this down here.
Unless he gets blocked by another means, but...
Yeah. Random finally back in that 1, so he's going to go ahead and pick up nothing really of value, but information like you talked about before, and he'll be able to get the Triforce out of here, so he'll be sitting 4 Triforces in about 40 minutes. That's something that makes you feel good.
Ooh.
But he is going to find something. Oh my god, and we got a clock here, and they're in great position to kill.
Yeah, unfortunately you pushed one aside, but that's not a major problem. And you already knows that that's going to be bombable over there. We don't know if that's the answer, because there could still be a wall master, because they're in that group.
Yeah, give it one more shot on the walls.
Yeah, there's 2 more enemies in here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good call on your part. Really good combat. He was practicing this right before the match today, is Darknet combat, and you can just see, just leading them really well, playing the diagonal game.
Not getting caught in the half tiles.
Oh my gosh. What a find. And if Random thinks that he's ladder blocked from this southeast too, it's going to be one of the last places he goes back to. So very unfortunate turn of events for RandomEffekt. They have the Triforce that was reachable for him earlier, and the ladder, which he thought is actually ladder blocked. What is this? Oh my gosh.
Oh!
And a combat upgrade, Rick. Things just swung pretty heavily into JSR's favor here in this match.
Yeah, if that recorder in 2 becomes even more essential in order to fend off a Dig Dogger, that could spell the tides of this match right there. But, I mean, it's still early. Things can happen. RandomEffekt could find the silvers in a place that JSR's not going to check. Who knows?
This is going to give RandomEffekt a little more time right now because JSR is looking for a way to the northeast. We know it was a stair, but it was in the western part, the northwestern part. It wasn't here. So JSR is looking for a stair Random found. So this clear time here is just completely lost to him. RandomEffekt's not going to have this same clear time. He'll up A after he gets those 2 items.
And there's the confirmation of the heart for a RandomEffekt in that level 1 that we didn't get to see because of the frame drops. As JSR continues to try to chisel his way through this level 8, trying to find a way over towards the northeast, and has decided now is the time to up and A.
If you could bomb north there, that'd be hilarious, but we know you can't. Yeah, this was definitely a stair that he had to take. The room just to the north of where he just was, chat, if you're just coming in now, is the backside of his stair that he's going to come under the C or the A on the west side. I'm not sure which one, but...
Yeah, it's under the A.
The A, okay, thanks, Rick.
Yeah, and as you can see, it's fully blocked.
Yep, Random does get his Triforce out of level 1, so he's 1 through 4 complete. Got every item except for that recorder out of 2, which we know doesn't really help us too much yet in this seed. But RandomEffekt's really curious right now, so he's going back to find it.
Back in 2, that's big here for RandomEffekt.
Yeah, he's thinking, I need a ladder to progress right now, so I need to go back into levels that I've seen and kind of get through some of the stuff that I couldn't get through before. Maybe it was resource blocked, key blocked, stuff like that.
Yeah, and he was definitely key blocked from getting this recorder. And so therefore, one of the advantages that JSR has is now removed, and nice bomb force for JSR.
Yeah, it's one of those things to where you got the white sword, you're going to do that last point of damage pretty quickly, so it's pretty much a free bomb to try to force there. And JSR is one of the best at forcing that anyway.
Oh, yeah. And there is the transport staircase for JSR. There is the recorder for RandomEffekt. Again, we don't need the recorder to get into a level, but I know you never know when there's going to be a Dig Dogger that shows up. I mean, we've seen about 83,000 Pulse voices so far this seed. And there's the Triforce right available on the ground for JSR. Triforces 1, 2, 3, and 8. We're tied at 4.
Yeah, so Random right now is doing some overworld checks. He wants to find a level that he hasn't found yet, or he's going to make his way towards one that's known that he hasn't cleared. Because in his mind, that 8 cannot be that ladder, because to him, he did not find the way around that river. That southeast was ladder blocked. So to him, this ladder has to be outside of 8 currently in his head.
Yeah, unless he gets the idea that, I'm running out of possibilities, and therefore maybe it's time for me to get back to that level 8. Maybe it's time for me to go ahead and explore everything that this seed has in that 8, because I know at least there was one room that he didn't get to, which was the Triforce room.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he could do that. If that's wrong, though, that check is probably 2.5, 3 minutes, and that's an eternity in a match like this.
And JSR into this level 4, which means he will get the any key at some stage inside of this level 4. And RandomEffekt looks like he's getting ready to head over towards where we found level 7 down in the southwest corner.
Yeah, so these checks again are not lost to him because he hasn't found things like level 9 and level 5. I think he hasn't found either. So he's looking for those things.
5, 6, and 9 are still outstanding to us.
Yep. So he's gonna have to do this anyway. So to him again, he's like, this is not a lost check at all. If he finds 5, clears it, finds an item, that's not anything he wouldn't have had to do anyway.
There's the arrow purchase for RandomEffekt, seeing the 83,000 Pulse voices. And real briefly, we'll go ahead and talk about how both of these runners got to be in this position because of the fact that we didn't get a chance to talk much about this in the pre-race setup. RandomEffekt ended up knocking off Paratroopa 2-0 in that match between the 6th seed and the 59th seed. JSR had a battle against Eat My Steel. He swept that series 2-0 to set up this round of 16 match. Winner gets 8 gen in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, there's no hiding from anybody right now. The whole field right now is completely stacked. Just it's a lot of fun, man. I mean, everybody since the brackets, like the very first round of the brackets, we were like oohing and awing at the reveal because of how strong the competition was then.
There's the N key for JSR. And you mentioned about the quality of the field right now. Currently, with spots in the quarterfinals, Redbird Grad, yourself, facing off against the Greenleaf Effect. Side Town, the 2019 runner-up, faces off against Captain Green. Homer J Smash will get the winner of Panzer Dave or Fury SK. Added Genos gets the winner of this pairing. All quality names.
That's nuts, man. Like it's not nuts because I mean everybody there is good. It's just it's insane. The depth of the field this year. If whoever wins this will have had to go through a murderer's row, no matter who you are.
Oh yeah, and that wasn't even speaking about going through the murderer's row. That was Swiss stage.
Oh god, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, JSR just okay. So we talked about room clear times. The white sword he pulled out of 8 is actually more important right now to him than the ladder is. I mean, the ladder is great for okay, we can get the overworld block and that type of thing now because we can go pull the raft. But the white sword is going to help him clear level 4 faster than it helped Random on the wood sword.
So we have a very, I was going to say very quick Triforce, but it's not. But we have decisions to make inside this level 7 for RandomEffekt as he's trying to find a way over to anywhere that gives him a chance to move around. He's already seen himself with the ladder or a couple of river blocks over here. You see our friend Dig Dagger here in this level 7 as well.
Yeah, and it's one of those enemies that takes a little time to kill. That could have been the map or something like that, but to RandomEffekt, he goes, I already know where the Triforce is. I just want to find an item room right now. So he's not even prioritizing any drops. He's good on bombs right now. He can force bombs. He's going to get a bomb upgrade right here as I'm talking about it. So he doesn't need to do anything except for look for item rooms. He does not need any drops inside this level 7. Map would be nice. Hopefully it's just on the floor, but if it's not, he's just going to go through.
And he's got still rooms to maneuver through here. Try to kill the Aquamendis with a bomb. Just I think went a little too fast and bombed north as opposed to bombing to the left.
Yeah, he's starting to get to the point where now he's like, okay, I'm not clearing too many rooms, but I don't know where to go north right now. I don't know the shape of this 7, so having this map right here is going to be very nice. And that 7 is very small.
That's a Monopoly piece.
It's the iron.
Exactly.
I like it. This is a high priority clear because this is a push block room in 7. All right, what do we got? No, nothing. Okay, good deal.
He was hoping to get triple bars. Instead, he got triple zeros.
Wow.
But this here is a bona fide staircase.
Yeah, guaranteed. 100% of the time. Oh, you got the red ring. Just tank that, man.
And there's the book to the answer to all of our map problems.
As combo there, Rick. You got the wand on the right side, the book on the left.
Yep.
Oh man. Yeah, you can just go back.
By the way, we're now down to 3 items remaining. One of them in level 5. The other 2 are in level 9.
So, bow in 5? Anybody else?
Well, okay, I'm incorrect because there's another item we've yet to find. Because we haven't found the item in level 3.
I wasn't thinking about the red candle. I was thinking of all the other ones, but I always forget about the red candle. Red candle
yeah.
and bow. Yeah, 3 and 5.
Because that blue thing is already lit up too. Yeah, I think that's what winds up happening. Anyways, RandomEffekt is leaving this level 7, going to assume that he is ladder blocked out of there. So therefore, now he's off to find something else.
Yeah, this is really unfortunate for Random because he's going to go to this 8 last. He's going to do all the other overworld checks first. We've found a dungeon that satisfies our requirement, right, in this seat already. So he's going to have to check everything right now before he goes back.
Yeah, I think exactly you're right in the fact that RandomEffekt is under the firm belief that he is ladder blocked from getting anything that he wants to do in that level 8. And we know it's not the case. There is a workaround, and JSR found it.
Yeah, I think the workaround was behind a key door, and I don't know if that's something that Random marked, didn't mark what it was, but that was, I think, how JSR was able to get through there.
So let me ask you this question. How do you mark your levels during levels that are not level 9? Do you worry about marking them, or are you one who tries to at least note certain things?
I don't track each individual level like on Z-Help or anything like that. I don't track any of those. If I have a block, I've got a piece of paper beside me that I can write it on. But other than that, I don't do anything inside of it. So that's why sometimes, and that's a detriment to me, because sometimes I'll actually clear rooms that I've already cleared going back into them. Because I don't make those notes, but I would rather do that than spend time marking the entire seed.
So therefore, it's definitely curious to see how both RandomEffekt and JSR are attacking this level, attacking all these levels. Because I know JSR definitely does track level 9. I mean, it's kind of a difficult proposition to not track your 9s. Nice map for level 6.
Yeah, the people who can get through 9 consistently and do it pretty quickly and efficiently without tracking, kudos to them. I could not do that. That takes a lot of mental focus to be able to clear it like that.
So the only level that we still have outstanding, well, there's 2 levels that we still have outstanding. Levels 5 and 9.
Yeah, and 5, I think that JSR is not going to go back to 3 yet until he does 5, 6, and 7, because if 5 has the bow, and we know it's down to 5 or 3, if 5 has the bow and he's just going to clear it for whatever it is, he never has to go back to 3. But if you go to 3 and you're wrong, you'd have to clear 5 anyway. So the smart play there is just to go ahead and clear all of 5, find your item, unless the Triforce is like 1 room in.
Although, there still is a possibility we might have to return to that level 3.
Yeah?
You see that item that's on the top of our tracker that's not silver?
Oh, the silvers? Yeah, silvers could be in 3 for sure.
Yes. So that could turn into a bit of an issue there.
Yeah, I don't think that you go back into 3 right away. I think you just get everything else done you do, and then you decide, okay, do I need to go back there or not? You let the rest of the seed tell you. Because if you're 66% that the silvers are at 9, you're not going back to 3 even for that one little room.
I mean, I have to agree with you after what happened to me and you in week number 1.
Right? Yeah, that was a little unfortunate for you, though.
Yes, of course, but, you know, we won't go there. That's enough.
We won't go there, yeah.
You don't mention week 1. I don't mention something that happened yesterday.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And the other raft location is not level 5, so level 5 is going to be up on Death Mountain, which RandomEffekt's not going to be able to do because he's got a 0 next to that bomb count.
Currently out of bombs. He does have 255 rupees, and we knew bombs were just to the right a little bit.
So and that's where he's going right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we talked about that probably a half hour ago, the bomb shot being so close was good for them. You might even buy the bait. You haven't seen it yet. It's $47. You're right here. You're not firing arrows anytime soon. Maybe make a bait purchase? Yeah, he's not even going to do it.
Red Regret, I think you might be correct in this whole find the bow, there goes all of our polls voices.
I'm telling you, man, that's just how it's going to be.
JSR's going back to 3! Or not.
I think
he's going back to 3.
Yeah, I think he is. We'll see right here. I mean, it is small. I mean, this could be the play right here. And if I actually have the controller in my hand, maybe I do this as well. Because having that known information makes you more comfortable in 9.
There's 5. And that's a 5.
Yeah, that is a 5, for sure.
And those rooms that are to the north are blocked off by a transport staircase.
Of course they are. Oh, man. All right, I'm really curious to see what this is. I mean, this is a good 1.5, 2-minute check, because, I mean, you got to clear a little bit of combat here. I don't think there was anything to clear. I think it was a key door, so he can just walk straight through the Chevy room. And this is a lengthy check, but there's a couple things that could help him right here in his mind. He doesn't have the book out of 7, so the book could help him out of 3 too. This may be like in his mind why it makes a little more sense to. If I miss, and it's silvers or silvers aren't a miss, but if it's book or something like that, that's going to help. Let's see if this is important.
It's
kind of important.
Oh,
kind of important. So this is something you couldn't have gone to 9 for anyway. We needed bow and silver, so even if you make the other play and you clear 5, it's not there. You got to get bow anyway, so you're going to go back to 3 no matter what. The thing it's going to help for is the bow is going to help him with any Pols Voice combat he has coming up.
And JSR making his way over towards the mountain. Solid work against this patch right here for RandomEffekt. And for nothing.
Yeah, JSR got the white sword probably 20 minutes into the match. So he's had it maybe 25 minutes into the match. He's had it, a pretty good deal of time, and that's just helped him quite a bit extend this lead.
Yeah, he got that back-to-back. Magic Boomerang. In 5, we have Red Candle and Silvers in 9.
Yeah, see, and here's the thing is that item right there is on the way to the Triforce right now. So it's one of those checks, and I know people are going to, scrutinize what I said in chat and why would you go to 5 first before 3? Because you're going to make that check most of the time anyway. These 1 through 5s are pretty small. You're going to find that item 99 times out of 100 on the way. You're going to have information, and it's going to tell you whether or not to go back into 3.
So, RandomEffekt, Triforces out of 1 through 5. And I just want to go back to something that you mentioned just a moment ago.
Yeah.
It is definitely a lot harder. I mean, a lot easier for you to say things that the runners might do, things that you might want to do. There's 9. That's a 9. Have fun with that. We'll be back in that level 9 coming up here in a little bit. But getting back to what you're saying, it's easier to say these things when we're on commentary, when we're in chat. But to be holding on to the controller, it's a different aspect, because then you have the pressure of the race. You have to think about what you're up to. You have to think about what the enemies are doing, and you got to think about what your next move is.
Yeah, 100%. And when you're watching a race like this, and even commentating like we are, you have perfect information, right? We have both sides. So we knew book was in 7. JSR doesn't know that yet, right? That's one item that we're like, oh, it's not good in 7. JSR in his mind right now, he's like, I am missing the book, I am missing the bow, I am missing the silvers. There's 2 good things in there. And the book, if it's in 3, that helps me too. So there's 3 good things. I'm going to go do 3 right away. So mentally, a different spot than we are even just looking at the race because we have all of the information. So you have to be able to compartmentalize yourself sometime and look at both different screens and say, what does this runner have that the other runner doesn't? And make decisions based on that. You can't make it on, I know all of the match, And
the other thing here, JSR having this wand plus the white sword gives him double the power against a lot of these rooms.
Yeah, I mean, 1 and white sword is max damage. I mean, you got 4 points of damage when you're swinging them both at the same time, and the game lets you do it. It lets you stack the damage. So iframes don't start, right away. So you're actually doing both things of damage. RandomEffekt, he likes seeing this wand here, but he hates that this is not the ladder. I'll tell you that right now. He's sitting here going, where in the heck is this ladder? He has the item out of 7. He has the item out of 5. He knows everything right now. He knows now, I think, that ladder is an 8, and he's like, how in the heck do I go get it?
Unless he mismarked something inside of that level 3, he knows that ladder is an 8. You're right. So that's going to be his next stop. He's going to get on that recorder, head back to level 8.
Well, and see, here's the thing. He knows once he's done with 8, he's going to get the Triforce out of 6 right here, unless this is ladder block. I don't believe it was. He knows where the Triforce is in 7. When he gets the ladder out of 8, he's not far behind JSR. JSR's got to get back to 7. He's going to do it pretty quick. But if he can quickly find the ladder in 8, he's not that far out of it, guys.
No, he's not. This race is not done and over with. We still got to find these silvers in level 9.
Speaking of level 9, in the Northwest.
Yes, it is. Right, quick shoot away from level 5. So JSR now going back to level 7. He does know where that is. He found that in the southwest corner a while back. He was the first one to actually see it. That's actually cruel, the fact that you had to... Oh!
That is a problem unless... I think he can work around this.
He might be able to, but this makes you a lot angrier at this point. You're hoping this next room is not ladder block, because otherwise you've got words to say. Oh!
My God. That is brutal.
That's heartbreaking.
Probably cost him the race right there, because if he gets Triforce, he can get into 9 pretty quickly, like we just talked about. But now he has to clean up 2 levels, not just 1. He's going to go to 8 right now, but now he's got to clean up 6 and 7. That was probably the worst sequence of events of all time. He's checking 3 first, Rick.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to do that.
He's going to see this as ladder blocked, and I think what's frustrating for Random is I believe that mentally in his mind right now, 8 is completely ladder blocked. He saw enough of it to, in his mind, go, I'm done. There's nothing I can do in here until I have the ladder. So he's just completely, he's bet his tournament on the ladder has to be outside of 8. Not his tournament, but this
match in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And being this game 1, he still does have this race to give.
Yeah, 100%.
And he's looking at that map. He's making sure everything's the way it is. This is unfortunate for RandomEffekt. JSR with the Triforce out of 7. He's not seen that book. As he's heading to level 9, he's looking for 3 things.
Yeah, we got to find the roar, the door, and the stabby thing. Man. This is just, I feel terrible for Random, because this has happened to everybody. Anybody that's played this, Rick, yourself too. How many times has this happened? Like you think you know what the seed is telling you. You write it down right. You got 1 block left, and then there's like a door you missed. Like it's just one of those things.
Or you're super, super late to the ladder because you did not bomb one particular wall. You did not do one particular thing. And that turns out to be the thing that gets you, and somebody else had that ladder 40 minutes before you did.
100%.
So this is an unfortunate walk back to level 8 for RandomEffekt. We'll have to see how long it takes for RandomEffekt to get back to in the direction that he needs to go. That 6 being ladder blocked, I think, could be the thing that really officially puts a door on the coffin. It's not the nail on the coffin just yet. But RandomEffekt's got to get this ladder fast.
Oh, that's the nail, Rick. I mean, it's just you want to always keep these a glimpse of hope or whatever. And 9 can be 9, but man, that's the 2 you have to clean up. He doesn't even know where to go in this 8 right now because he's confused about which block this is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so much exploration time JSR is going to have in this 9.
Yep. I will officially say it would be the nail once JSR gets those silvers out of this 9.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you there too, for sure. Now, the nice thing is, you don't want to have silvers, right? You don't want to have to be looking for that 9. The nice thing is you're going to take every single stair you find. So you're going to explore a lot of the 9 just from coming up through the backside of stairs too. And that'll help.
We heard a roar.
Yeah.
Is this the silvers right next door to Ganon? It's not.
He's not even... So he knows where Ganon is, kind of. I mean, all 4 of those walls open, so he knows he can get to Ganon now. He's still just looking for the silvers. And
just seeing the way that RandomEffekt is attacking this room with the Pole's voice, you can tell there's a little bit more aggression in the way he's going about this room right now.
100%. He's very frustrated at this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and here's the thing, is that he's probably not going to get this white sword, because the bow's going to put him in go mode, which was in 3. No, he's going to have to check the second item because it could be bow here too, or silvers. So he's actually going to get both. And
then he sees the wall master, which would tell him there's more enemies in this room. Thankfully, he's able to do that.
He's going to get worried he was going to walk out here without the second item, but he has to get it because he's still got silvers and bow outstanding. So he's got to stay here. And the white sword is 1 room to the south. It is.
JSR has known one piece of this puzzle, trying to find pieces number 2 and 3. RandomEffekt with the compass now knows that the room to the top right is the Triforce. This is going to be his white sword, and then he's got to turn on the afterburners.
Yeah, he really does. And there's probably no better closer in Z1R than RandomEffekt. Once he figures out what a seed's telling him, I mean, he can close very, very fast. Thurl's one of the best ones, too, at doing it. Ajin's a very good closer. JSR, again, is very tough to catch when he's got a lead as well. But Random is very, very fast at finishing through seeds. Mm-hmm. Now, unfortunately, he's going to have to find that stair, I believe, unless he can get over to the west here. But I think he's got to find that stair again.
Yeah, he's got to remind himself where he got to that top part of that level 8.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so JSR's going into the room with Ganon. He's going to try to see if he can't bomb out, but he's down to 1 bomb.
Speaking of, that might be an issue for JSR. He might have to leave here and get bombs unless he works the count. You do have Stalfos in here, which is kind of nice. And what else does he have? Rupee bosses are not going to help you with that.
Well, Rupee bosses are going to help you buy bombs, but...
yeah,
that ain't gonna help you when you're still trying to get the bomb counts to 9.
The Random doesn't track levels either, but he's got a really, really good memory. So, I mean, he's going straight back to that spot they took him to the northeast.
I know JSR would love to see a bomb drop for a room drop at this point in time as he starts to set himself up for a count on those keys.
Yep, just this is a heads up veteran move right here. Expect nothing less from JSR. And
now RandomEffekt going over here. There's the compass. That's 2 components here for JSR.
Yeah, having Vires in here too is really helpful because they can just give you globals.
And the fact that they actually are going down to a white sword as well as a regular arrow, that's good. Because we know there are certain seeds when those Vires roll more than 4. Those are not fun.
No, yeah, absolutely not. And he just got a double global there, so it was really nice. He didn't have to set up that force, even though he was working on it.
All right, there's the Triforce for RandomEffekt out of level 8. And he is looking like he's going back to 3, although... or he might be also be grabbing this raft as well. Which also the other question is not fluting back to 3 is kind of a question mark, but I think at this point you're not fully thinking. The frustration from not having the ladder for the better part of this seed is now starting to set in.
Yeah, 100%. He was just thinking, okay, what order do I need to do these in? He's probably looking down at his tracker, looking at Z-Help or whatever he's using at the time. I think he used to use a whiteboard, but anyway, that's what he's doing exactly, Rick. He's thinking, how can I finish this fast, not what items are in my inventory to help me move across the overworld.
And you got to also remember one other thing here about JSR. He's not assured that the silver arrows are here.
Right. He could think it could be in 7 as well. So if he gets really blocked in here and frustrated, he's not going to leave. He's seen so much of this.
Don't go to the next room. The room to the south is Zelda.
Please be the silvers and have that be the message.
Please.
That would just be awesome.
It's not a pusher. Darn.
And again, level 7 is a very fast clear for him. The problem is when you're doing cleanup like this, Rick, you got the flute, but you can't really flute to 7 to clean up 7's Triforce. You can't flute to 6 to clean up. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't help you go there.
Yeah. And here comes RandomEffekt to get his bow. He'll go back to 6, go back to 7. 7's all the way in the southwest corner, which means he has nothing he can flute to make that easy.
No, he has to walk it. There's nothing he can do.
Oh, nice bomb drops there for JSR.
He can up A and go back to the middle of the map. Oh, there we go. There we go. Little anti-road action. We forgot about that.
Well, the anti-road at least helps out.
Helps out a lot. Oh my god, JSR cannot find these silvers. He's giving Random just little glimpses of hope if you're on Team Random.
And not only can he not find the silvers, he's trying to get a path to Zelda too. That princess has got herself locked in pretty well today.
Yeah, she's a smart little cookie, huh? Oh my gosh, she's trying to force a bomb on this guy. So luckily, with Lamolas like this, there's 10 segments, right? So you kill 9 of them, you leave 1 head, you can bomb it. But if they troll you like that, he used 3 bombs to get 4, so he netted 1.
I hate when that happens. All right, JSR, Transport Staircase. I think this is number 5 for him. RandomEffekt, Triforce out of 7.
Has he seen 9? Did he get through all of Northwest Death Mountain?
Yes.
He's got to know it's up there.
both runners know that 9 is where it is. The other thing is that JSR's doing this without the map to 9. RandomEffekt has that book.
He has that book. Yeah, that's going to help out a lot because it's going to give him the negative space to know where not to bomb, which is just as important as the space of knowing where to bomb.
Is this our silvers? It is.
And he's got the map to both places now. He's got Ganon mapped out. He doesn't know how to get to her quite yet, but knows where she is.
And now, one room to the south of where that transport staircase is. Here is Ganon for JSR.
He's got Red Ring, fortunately, because this is one of the worst rooms to fight Ganon in. Now, he does have Max, so it doesn't really matter. Not being able to stand on that second row is tough sometimes.
Nice stun lock right there. JSR now going to go over here, see if he can't get over towards the right to find this path to Princess Zelda. Can't go that direction. Can go to the north.
All right. And that was a possible stair room, too, because it could be a magic stair.
Oh, yeah. RandomEffekt now getting this Triforce out of level 6. He's not going to be pleased with how this thing's playing out for him right now, but until that done happens in the race room, you've got to keep going.
He's got to find... I think this is going to be magic stair blocked, unless you could bomb right out of Ganon's room, which he didn't try to do. I think he's going to try it right now, though. He couldn't bomb right there, but he might be able to bomb right out of Ganon's room.
And there is the Triforce for RandomEffekt.
This is kind of interesting because JSR, and sometimes too, like when she's in the middle or Ganon's in the middle, if you're going very fast, you'll mismark your map. He's going to try to bomb right here. Okay, he was trying to find a way back in through here. There it is.
You can bomb to the right. You can go to the north. He's going to try that first. See if we can't bomb him over to the right. And shutter door there. JSR is going to claim game number 1 in this Battle of the Titans. Get your GGs in the chat for JSR winning this match.
Official race time GG time of 1:10:34. Well played by JSR there.
And we'll get to see JSR come on in. RandomEffekt has thrown up the I'm done flag.
He said no.
Or not yet. Just acknowledging the finish there for JSR.
They're both kind of groaning at the seed, so inside of chat.
Well, let's groan together with JSR, our winner of game number 1 of this round of 16.
Well played, good sir.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Now we can hear you.
Hey, thanks, fellas. How's it going? Oh.
Going well, man. How are you feeling?
I actually... Well, first off, GG's to Random. I think he's still going. I think he's in 9 instead in the chat.
Yeah.
But, this seed was actually a lot of fun. This would have been a great seed to play in practice, because this is the kind of seed where I love the combat, but the whole time I'm fighting Pole's voice after Pole's voice after Pole's voice, I'm thinking to myself, what if Random found the bow in 6 or like the white sword or something? And when I went into 1 and got nothing, I was in a little bit of a panic mode with how much combat I had seen with Pole's voice, but level 8 really turned out to be the key. And I felt okay, and then I got into 9, and I actually didn't bomb Ganon's wall. I totally forgot about it, and I was about to start looking for a magical staircase. I was kind of panicking.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what's curious about that, too. Random just got into level 9 probably a couple minutes ago. He already has silvers, and he's killing Ganon as we speak. His 9 has been very, very quick.
Oh, this could have been such a fast 9. I just didn't go down.
Yeah, the big thing for RandomEffekt was that he did not get the haul out of level 8 until about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, he for some reason, you know how you went to the south there below that river room and that's where the ladder was?
Yeah.
He didn't find the worker room around that, and so in his mind he mentally said 8 has to be ladder blocked. So he went everywhere else looking for the ladder.
That was definitely an 8 that had me kind of swallowing dry lumps in my throat, man. Like, when I went to the left side and didn't find anything and found all those items at the bottom of 8, the whole time I'm thinking, if the Triforce is in the next room, it was kind of the same as this 9, you know, like it could have been so fast, but it turned out that all that exploration on the left side was pretty much required. Oh man, this was a fun seed, if not super difficult.
By the way, Redbird grad, you know how we said once you find the bow, all the Pole's voice go away? That seemed to be the case with this seed.
I told you, man. So you had to the ladder to get to the bow. But you couldn't get any of those things until you went through 8 billion Pole's voice, JSR.
I think I killed probably 50 with my sword, and I think I killed 5 with bows and arrows.
Yeah, for sure. But I tell you what, your combat on him was impressive. As always.
I've been working hard on that and practicing a lot, and I'll say it to anyone who's interested. If you want to get really good at combat when you can't rely on save or on a pause strats, just working on that room in 8 with the dark nuts and the the turrets in vanilla, just being able to dodge all those fireballs and whatnot, like that has helped me so much, and it's kind of making me want to kind of dip my toes into the vanilla waters a little bit, man. Like I'm playing better than I've ever played.
Here we go.
I'm thinking about it.
That's what I want to hear, man.
Because I mean, like I have never played this good. Like as far as like my ability and skills are concerned, like I'm kind of impressed with how good I'm doing. Because like, you know, you never really. Yeah, every speedrunner thinks that they can do better than they can, or that their PB sucks or whatever. I don't think that. I mean, yeah, I gave a really good vanilla push in 2020, and I didn't really know if I was ever going to go back. I still don't. But oh no, what happened?
I don't know. Nothing happened on my side.
Oh, I heard a big gasp. I don't have the restream mode.
That's just Rick being Rick. We know Rick. Come on now.
Well, I'm assuming Random didn't have the compass, so he didn't know to bomb right there, I'm guessing.
He does not have the compass. That's correct.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man, this has been so much fun. And to have the opportunity to race Random in a tournament, like I said in chat with you guys, like I followed him when my channel was barely 2 months old. You know what I mean? Like, him and I grew through Zelda 1 together. We've run tournaments together. We've raced at GDQs. But we've never raced Randomizer, and this is probably more than any other race I've ever had. I honestly don't care if I'm winning, so I'm just having a blast being in this, man. And Random is such a good player, and yeah, I'm just really genuinely just happy and proud of us both that we got to this point, and I can't wait for Saturday where we're gonna do game 2 and game 3 if he beats me in 2.
RandomEffekt has found the compass, and we'll find out that you can't get to her from the north. You can't get to her from the east. I love that don't go to the next room when he blocked off that room to Zelda.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I said that's mean.
I was kind of thinking that bomb hole in the room next to it was going to be the path. Yeah, she played a little hide and seek there, but it wasn't as bad as some of the other 9s.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's going, what the crap? So JSR, let me ask you, from a strategic standpoint, and Random will definitely not watch this back, and don't worry about that or anything like that, but have you changed from day 1 of running these flags to today with how you're approaching these seeds?
Oh, absolutely. And I know a few other runners I've talked about strategies with have kind of noticed the same sort of trends. I mean, for a while, it almost seemed like there were like consistent trends that you could follow that were like solid for what a randomizer should be. It turns out that they're pretty random. It just kind of, I think it's like selective bias, but really I've done so many seeds at this point. I've compiled data. I literally had a spreadsheet, and the biggest takeaway from all my practice was that you're going to do certain things regardless of what order you're going to do them in.
All right, just going to interrupt you real fast, JSR, to mention RandomEffekt coming across the finish line as he's found the path to Zelda. And he stopped his timer before you, JSR, which means we have to give him a half a point.
But yeah, like there's certain things in the rando seed you're going to do. You know, I mean, and maybe not a double dip, but you're going to dig level 1. You're going to dig level 2. You're going to have to find a certain amount of dungeons in the overworld anyways. And every runner has their own strategies. Every runner has their own preferences. But I mean, like, you won't ever see me diving a dungeon with a can. Like, ever, unless, no, there's no point, because I'm going to have to find the sword anyways. I might as well get it and come back when I've got proper equipment. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain things that I will stick to. And the rest is just, I don't know, maybe I'm just getting lucky, I guess. But, yeah, I'm really proud of how my hard work has kind of been paying off.
And joining us here in the booth is RandomEffekt. Your thoughts on the seed?
I just needed to find ladder a little bit earlier, that's all. And also not be convinced that 8, my first dip on 8, I was kind of convinced, I was really low on keys, and I was convinced it was ladder blocked. Mm-hmm. And there was one workaround that I just didn't look at because I went the zig. When I should have zagged, I went zigged because there was a hell of a lot more rooms that way, and got stuck, and just decided to bail because I was kind of just thought that it was ladder blocked. I was dumb. I should have known that there was a workaround. I don't know. In my head, I don't know what I was thinking that didn't really connect down. Did I have the map at that point? I think I did.
You did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. So I could have gone back in, but I had so many other dungeons to do, to find and do that, and I had already like double dipped a bunch of stuff anyway because of key issues. That I was like, I gotta see if I can find the ladder somewhere else. Because if it's in here, if it's in 8 or 3 or 1, I was probably losing regardless. Like no matter what I did.
Yeah, unfortunately, you returned to 3 before getting back to 8 to find out that the ladder was indeed in level 8, that the item in 3 was ladder blocked. Kudos to both of you going back to level 3 to find that bow.
Figured, well, I was going to go get the raft and check that spot anyways. It was just too perfect. So I was like, I'm going.
Mine was guaranteed. I knew the bow was there. I had everything else.
Oh, what was in 7?
Book.
Yeah.
And then I'm guessing what else did I not find? I think that there's.
It was red candle and silvers in 9.
Yeah, I didn't find the red candle. I didn't go down either. So like, I don't know if you went down to the silvers pretty early. I did not.
I took some stairs to get around to it. I found the silvers actually pretty decently early in 9. I was only in 9 for like 2 minutes maybe before I found the silvers. But then Zelda took me the extra like 5 minutes because. There was, you had to bomb to the right. I think the only way you did it was bomb right out of Ganon's room and then go up and right. But I didn't know that until I got the compass. So
yeah, I did 45 rooms in 9.
Yeah, I was kind of once you didn't done as I was going into 9 and I knew the silvers were in there. I was like, I gotta hope that the silvers are being really weird, which is why I didn't take the first staircase I saw. This was my meta play because I knew I was behind. And so I was like, all right, I'm not going to take the first staircase. I'm going to take the second one and see if it helps me out. It sort of did. It sort of helped.
Random knows I take staircases if I'm looking for silvers. That was a smart meta play, dude.
I mean, most people would. I mean, if I felt comfortable, I would normally take the first staircase too. Like, there's no point in not doing it if you feel like you're ahead. I think the only way you don't do it is in my position where I wanted to search a bit more rooms past that first staircase.
And that definitely makes sense. You both had a solid run with your combat, having to deal with 86,000 Poles voices, having to deal with the lovely little mix that was Dark Nuts and Wiz Robes and Lionel's Oh My, together with those Poles voices. Definitely was a good showcase of execution between the both of you in this run. Just unfortunate that the treasure trove of items in 8 was what swung this race.
That happens. I'm proud of 0 deaths here. I mean, granted, we had the red ring pretty early, but 0 deaths.
Yeah, I didn't die either, so that's pretty crazy. Neither of us died. I would have died if I didn't get red ring early. I'm guessing, did you go straight to the Armos on the west side? Because that's what I did.
So I did the Armos above where the red ring was in the graveyard. I did that actually first, but then I didn't scroll down to the other ones. I did the graveyard, and then went to the right. So yeah, that was my last Armos spot. I had found 1, 2, and 3 by then. As I went.
Can't wait to watch this back, dude. This is so much
it
fun.
probably was, I don't know what it probably was good up until you found level 8 and then found the ladder. What I'm guessing is probably about 30 to 40 minutes into the seed, maybe.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, and I found the ladder at like an hour.
I think it was like my 3rd or 4th Triforce. So yeah, it was about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like my 3rd dungeon I dipped, or 4th. It was technically the 4th dungeon I dipped, but the 3rd Triforce I think I was going after, and then again in 8. I took that staircase to get up to the Triforce area, but I didn't have the compass, so I didn't know that it was up there. And I went left first and got locked into a ladder room that I couldn't get out of with no weapon. And if I would have gone to the right, I would have at least picked up the Triforce, and that would have saved me, I don't know, a minute or so by backtracking. So it's a lot of zigs and zags that just didn't work my way tonight.
Yeah, I think the other thing that didn't really help you out was the fact that level 6's triangle was ladder blocked, because you got to that section where the the Triforce was, but then found out there was no way to get there without the ladder.
So there's a lot of and even in 7, I tried a little bit to get around, which I don't know if there was a workaround, but I couldn't find it. So I was like, I'm out. Like, I know ladder's not in here, and the Triforce is so close to start. Let's just leave, and I can come back. It's kind of in a weird spot. I didn't really feel like doing that, but I did that. And then 6, I tried my best to find a workaround of that too, and that didn't work either. So it's just a lot of a hardship. I double dipped how many dungeons? I double dipped 1, 2, I triple dipped 3, double dipped 6, double dipped 8, double dipped 7.
I went into level 7.
4 and 5 might be the only 2 dungeons I didn't, and besides 9. 4 and 5 I think was it.
Yeah, level 2 double dipping there was unfortunate because there was that one key door that you could not have a key to take at that stage. Well, you did have the one key, but you didn't want to spend it on that one.
I didn't want to spend it on one door.
Understandable. Definitely was understandable that you didn't want to spend the key on that door. Can't blame you. I would not have done the same thing myself. It's just unfortunate that one room was what had the item out of 2.
Yeah, I didn't go back to 1 either. 1 had the any key, didn't it?
No,
4 had the any key.
4 had the any key. Yeah, I didn't go back to, even though I'd found 1, I noticed that there were so many locked doors in there. I was like, I'm not going in there with less than 3 keys. And I was planning to go in there after 3, but then I think 2 ate up all my keys. Because I thought, 2 is usually a bit more open. I can bomb around. So let me go to 2 first, and it ate up all my keys. I was like, well, I can't go to 1 now, so I got to start finding other dungeons. So it was just, key starved early, and then I just didn't get the ladder.
You said you tried 7 too, right?
Yeah. The book wasn't too far away. I did half of 7.
Because I walked in and I was saying out loud to myself, because it was my last dungeon, I said to myself, if I find the Triforce, I'm out of here. And then the next room was the Triforce.
Yeah.
So I was in 7 for maybe 30 seconds.
Well, there was my saving grace. If 7 had the silvers, this would have been a race, I guess. But yeah.
But GG's, man. I had a ton of fun, and I know you're going to bring the heat on Saturday, so I'm going to be ready. And let's finish this strong for everybody, win or lose, man. I'm just really just happy to get the chance to do this with you, man. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, it's fun times.
So you mentioned that Saturday is your match. I don't see it up on the schedule just yet. What time will this match be?
5:30 Pacific, right, Random?
Yeah, that's what I think we decided to do. A game 3 right after if we need it, but 5:30 Pacific.
Nice. So Saturday night racing going on over between these two coming up Saturday night. Looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Are you looking forward to it, Redbird Grad?
Absolutely looking forward to it.
All right. We got to get on out of here. That's going to be 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. There is another match if you want to go ahead and watch it right now. As Fury SK and Panzer Dave, they're racing right now over on SpeedGaming 3. So let's go ahead and thank Kami and Rankoi for doing the button clicking for us over here on this restream for us. And Redbird Grad, we have to do this again at some point in time.
100% have to, man. Thanks for sharing the mic with me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. It's always nice to be able to share the knowledge with somebody who knows a lot of knowledge in this game. And be sure to check out Redbird Grad. Be sure to check out all these runners too. Be sure to give them a big follow. And thank you for watching. Head over to Speed Gaming 3. Check out Fury SK and Parents or Dave going in about 25 minutes into that seed right now. We'll talk to you next time.